Hey everybody, Patty Ann here. I'm going to show you how to make something like this that I have showing up on my screen here. Chow, who's in our Facebook group, had asked if I could figure out how to do this. And you'll see here, I guess she must be going to use it for vinyl because it's 2 layers like this. And the one layer, the white one, goes on top and outside of this layer. And I guess what she liked was the way it overlapped like this. It's just kind of artistic. So I'm going to attempt to show her how, and let's see. So the first thing I'm going to do is just come over here to the text area and click on that, come over here and click and type in the word I think I'll type in the word joy. Something different. J-Y. Okay, joy. All right. The first thing that I'll do after I have this typed in, let me move out a little bit, is I'm going to go ahead and ungroup these letters. Right click and ungroup. After I've ungrouped them, I'm going to give each one of these letters an offset. So I'm going to grab them all together at the same time, come over to the offset panel, that's this star over here on the right hand side, and I'm going to give them an internal offset. Okay, right now you can't see anything, so I'm going to decrease the size of the offset, and the internal offset, and as I do that, you can see that it's starting to show up. So I'm going to stop maybe right about there. That looks pretty good to me. Hopefully you can see that well. Let me scroll in just a tiny bit so you can see for sure. You see the internal offset I've made. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a compound path of each of these letters separately with their offset. So I'm going to grab the J by drawing a box around it, come up here to Object, make a compound path. I'm going to do the same thing to the O. So I can go up to Object, make compound path. Sorry, I think I had that not up high enough for you to see. So I came up here to Object and make a compound path. So this time, I'll just do that again. The last one here, the Y, the other way I can make a compound path is just by right-clicking and saying Make Compound Path. Okay, after I've done that, now I'm going to overlap the letters however I'd like to. Okay, maybe just like that's fine. Okay, overlap those letters, and then I'm going to weld them together. So I'm going to grab all of these, and I can come over here to this modify panel and say weld, or I can just right click and say weld. Well, there it is. Okay, so those are all welded together now. It's all like one piece. And when I'm done with that, I'm going to make a duplicate of this. So I'm just going to hold down the Alt key on my keyboard, which changes my hand into a plus sign. And I'm going to drag one down here. And now on this duplicate, I'm going to say Release Compound Path. It's still selected, so I'm going to come up to Object, Release Compound Path, and click off. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all of the outer lines of the letters. But before I do, I think I need to send this to the back. Yeah, like that. Okay, so I'm going to move the outer, whoopsie, the undo. Move the outer, this J, you see how that's the outer line. It's actually the inner line, but it's the only line that's the outer one of the Y or the J, so I'm going to move that out. And that's all I'm going to do because I need this circle right here. Because I'm going to click on this circle, hold down my Shift key, click on the rest of the word, then I'm going to come over here to the Modify panel and say Subtract. So now, there we go. I can subtract that right out. So that's pretty much it. I'm just going to grab all of this stuff now, right-click and say Weld. Makes it one piece. I'll change this to a different color, maybe a red. And I'll change this text perhaps to white. And I want the text or the white part to be on top. So I'm going to say bring to front. And I'm just going to bring it right down here like this. And to make sure it's centered right, just for my image right here, I can come up here and center it like that. So I think this is what Chow wanted me to do. So let me know, Chow, if it's not. And so what I did with Chow was I sent her this video first before I uploaded it here so she could try it and make sure it worked and make sure it was exactly what she wanted. So this is the card that she was able to make. Look how beautiful that lettering turned out. She made it out of cardstock. I can see all kind of applications for this. It's really turns out kind of artsy, cool. I love it. So thank you for joining me today. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm still trying to get to that 30,000. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so close. So check out my links down below. Also, I appreciate it when you use them. Again, thank you very much. Bye-bye.